Welcome to Shadow and Bone, episode 2, live reaction review. So I love the pirates, and I love the pirate captain and his two salty crew members that we got a little bit of in episode 1. I'm really glad that me taking to them immediately seems to be paying off because I was kind of worried. I guess it's very early in episode 2 for me to be saying, "Yay, good guys." But I really just like them, and I think they're going to be a lot of fun. Oh, that line.
You live in a single moment. I live in 1,000.
Oof, I felt that. This whole dream Darkling Elena thing I haven't been into since beginning of episode 1. Even though everything the Darkling has said before that one line just feels like patronizing bullshit that adults feel entitled to throw at younger people, this one line where he's like,
You're focused on the here and now, and I'm seeing a bunch of multiple different paths, a bunch of possible outcomes. I'm dealing with this long past I have, the present I'm in, and what kind of future I can build.
that speaks to me. That's really interesting. So the scene between Jenya and the Darkling is very interesting. For starters, since this season has started, Jenya's eyes just look like they're gonna brim forward with tears every second she's on screen. And it's getting to be the point where I don't know if that's her face that always looks sad and overly large eyes that are gonna boil over with tears any minute, or if that's literally the direction she's been given on set. But it's a little bit annoying. As a character of season 1, I remember Jenya being a little bit happier, a little more complex, and keeping her emotions a little closer to the chest. I guess it's possible that what's happening here, where she was nearly killed by the Fold, and now she's with the Darkling, and he has shadow monsters with him, and some kind of something that she can't cure. All of that is so overwhelming and so much so fast. She's just in a complete state of disarray. But it just kind of seems like her role as the king's consort and the healer slash mender for the queen and all that kind of stuff would have sort of hardened her off and given her a slightly more stoic facade. It's also kind of hard to feel bad for her because she did betray Alina in the first season. I don't want anyone to suffer unnecessarily, but I also don't necessarily feel bad when she's in this situation with no way out. I'm just wondering what that particular scene was for. Is this a just desserts kind of thing? Is this to let us know that maybe the Darkling really is dying or is in some way critically damaged beyond all repair? I don't know. But it felt like a scene that should have had a lot of weight and should have been telling me things, and I didn't really get anything from it. Me and the potential business partner that Kaz just approached feel the same way about this dude. I don't know what Rollins did. It seems kind of implied that he killed Kaz's brother, which sucks. he should face some kind of justice for that. But blowing up his club full of innocent people is not gonna do that. Also, Kaz only seems to know how to escalate and like continue to make the stakes higher and more intense. He doesn't really seem to know what he needs to do to win or to move people off the board entirely. I guess me agreeing with this old guy is how I prove that I am just too old for a young adult. Okay, so I lost my battery there partway through, but some closing thoughts on episode 2. Overall, good episode, gave us a lot of good information. It was kind of sad that we couldn't keep the sea beast alive, but it makes sense because I don't know how we are going to carry it back onto the ship and have it like swim its way back. Sort of seems like the peacefulness of the stag might have been a one-time deal. It was interesting to find out that Bagra had been kept alive. I don't really know what she could add to the story at this point in time, like her life or death doesn't feel like it matters. The Six of Crows stuff is getting interesting. I don't like Kaz, and I don't appreciate the way that he's going about this turf war situation, but it was really cool to get to see Inej do some fighting and Jasper do his sharpshooting thing. I forgot how much I like seeing those two characters in action. They are just really enjoyable and steal the screen anytime they're there. I think the Heartrender fits in really well with the team. The like innocent chemical cocktail mixer guy is fine. I don't feel much for him one way or the other. I guess that's better than how I feel about Kaz. Mal and Alina continue to be incredibly sweet and cute. I do wonder if there's going to be some kind of amplification process that happens when Mal and Alina are together, and maybe that's part of the solution because Mal can like sense the other creatures that are amplifiers. And Alina was talking about how she wanted to unite the three of them together, or like the three of them were meant to be together. So I'm wondering if like Mal is actually the key there and not the creatures themselves. Editing Jess here with an oops, terrible battery charge. Still need an outro for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching this far in. If you're enjoying this Netflix Shadow and Bone Season 2, let me know who your favorite character is. And as always, keep reading. Bye!